Greetings and welcome aboard the ISS Springhawk. 50 points if you get that reference. I am Ri'shad Yunodo, also known as Captain Ri'shad. And welcome, fellow captains, to this Star Trek Online Stats Review. May I introduce you to the Terran Hydra Intel Destroyer. That finally, the engineers behind Cryptic have figured out the difference between a raider and a destroyer and fixed things from the block. Yay! So we get to look at this lovely, magnificent and majestic vessel. A ship that, despite being a Zen starship, may currently be my most powerful DPS vessel. I'm inclined to use the builds I'm using on this right now on other ships that I know should be outperforming it, just to see what I can get now. And I guess I should therefore say a shout out right now to Augment Dictator Games, whose video helped to create the build or inspire the build I'm currently using. It's funny when I looked at his energy builds and a combination of his surgical strike builds and came up with this rapid fire, well, scatter volley build, which was originally a rapid fire build. Lord, we're going to have some fun. This will take several parts where we will take a look at the stats primarily, then special functions of the ship, consoles, traits as such, quick glance at the customization, and then we'll take the ship in action so you can see what certain things look like and exactly how good she is. Are we ready? Let's begin. I need to get something out of the way first of all, and that is her cost to acquire. If you wish to acquire this ship, singularly this ship, she is 3,000 Zen. Or she's part of a 17,500 Zen 13th anniversary Terran bundle. I have to say, it's a good thing Cryptic realised that they better improve that bundle, otherwise I'd be telling all of you guys, it ain't worth picking up. Get the 4 new ships individually and enjoy. Well, 3 of the 4 new ships individually and enjoy would have been my line. But currently, at £80 while it's on sale, the bundle is really worth picking up. Primarily because of this ship, and her other escort-like friend, the Eagle. Now, the Terran Hydra Intel Destroyer is a tier 6 destroyer type D with a level 65 hull of 54,000. The hull modifier is 1.2, the shield modifier is 1.05. With a turn rate of 14, this ship is very fast with good endurance for a offensive vessel. Impulse modifier, hello, is 0.18 and inertia rating is 55. With a bonus power settings of plus 10 to weapons and engines. She has 5 forward and 2 aft slots, able to equip dual cannons, I should hope so. An experimental weapon, I should hope so. 2 device slots. And then she rounds up all of her capabilities with a cloak, active sensor array thanks to being a full intel vessel, and warp signature masking. Also, as she is a type, well, part of the Prometheus family, her console will give her access to a special multi-vector mode that lasts for only 60 seconds. But you can also put the tier 5 Prometheus console on this ship and access multi-vector mode. This multi-vector mode will come in handy in things we talk about later. In fact, this whole ship not only excels in multiple areas, but is exactly a ship that any of you, like myself, who loves carriers and loves having as many bets on the field as possible, should get. Now let me note one thing right now. with 5 tactical consoles, 3 engineering consoles, and 3 science consoles, plus having a Ensign Universal, a Lieutenant Science, 2 Lieutenant Commander seats, 1 engineering with pilot specialization, and 1 Universal Lieutenant Commander. Finally, a Commander seat that is a tactical with intel specialization. This ship excels in DPS. She is a monstrosity when it comes to just terror for any form of energy build. She does kinetics well, but she is absolutely wonderful as an energy build of any variety you want to go with. But my Pacific one I went with was Scalar Volley, much like I did with my Eagle, and I thought my Eagle performed well, but this ship made my Eagle look like a kitten before a lion. When I did a pass to see the difference, I was expecting, considering the builds are extremely similar, I've only changed a couple of traits and a couple of consoles, I was expecting to see, well, a minor difference in damage output, very minor. God, I had to eat those words. This ship performed 40% better than my Eagle did. I'm not even utilizing specializations on this ship. One thing for certain, the stats wise of this ship, it's an absolute beauty for DPS. Now, I do also want to bring up its support capabilities, as it is a very powerful support DPS vessel. My support DPS build on this actually again also excelled. I had a 10% increase in average DPS for support DPS builds. And as far as Jusai goes, well, she didn't quite do as well as I hoped she would. When I initially looked at her stats, I was expecting a far better output. Turns out, not so much. But, hey, you win some, you lose some. I don't mind losing lightly on this one. So, we spent long enough on that. Let's have a look at the more interesting features that we have with this ship. Not sitting at Earth now, are we? Hello, Deep Space Nine, my real home in game. Show me more. So, Strike Group Command Authority. Maybe not a trait you'll be using as a straight DPSer, but if you're using any form of carrier, this becomes a trait I would strongly advise adding. What this trait does is, well, to affect your friends, bonus damage for pets based on the strongest pet, with a plus 30% bonus damage if your strongest pets are fighters, plus 40% if they are frigates, and plus 50 if they are multi-vector or saucer. Yeah. I can see this being one to utilize in certain situations. I did throw a test of this on the legendary, I believe it was I used, the legendary Odyssey, as that can launch the Aquila. No, the ship the Eagle is the tier 6 variant of. That support craft, unfortunately, doesn't seem to trigger the 50% bonus from multi-vector or saucer. Though it did seem to trigger the 40% frigate bonus. Now I'm not sure if it was intended to do that, if that's accurate, because I guess it would count as a frigate among the pets. So hopefully I wasn't getting confused there. But it's nice to see that it does at least trigger along with these. Gives a little bit of extra ability. Now then, what do I think of that? I'm going to be blunt with you guys. 9 out of 10. I don't give a damn that it's niche. The only reason it's not getting 10 out of 10 from me is because it's not useful in all situations. But I'm giving it 9 out of 10 because this is really what is needed for carriers. Because right now, carriers underperform like hell. They need a severe boost in capabilities, and this was a good start. I still say carriers should... The pets from carriers should benefit from the stats of the ship itself. So if you are boosting, say, phaser weapons, and you have a phaser weapon using pet, well, those pets should also receive the same levels of boost. That's my argument. I don't care what anyone else says to it. Make pets viable. Come on. Boost those hanger pets more. Let's go to the console. This console likes pets too. Why do you think I'm focusing on this? It's actually why I went with a cannon build. I was going to go with a beam fire at will build just for some fun of it. Turns out though, this might be more fun. With a plus 30% turn speed, flight speed, and damage for your hanger pets and targetable torpedoes, half of me really was tempted to put the trilithium laced tricobalt device on this just to see how epic that performed. Do you know what? Since I've done a fly with it, why not do that? I just need to find it first. We're going to use that when we go in a fight. I'm going to use a tricobalt device. They don't get used often enough. I think we should use it. I could even utilize something else to help torpedoes out. So, giving myself an idea here just to modify this build a tiny bit. I might end up doing that. Anyway, this gives you a great 30% bonus to them and a plus 20% to your cannon damage type. That's probably the only thing I don't like about this console, is that increasing cannon damage. Yeah, there's a few that have been doing that recently. Certain Juggernaut does that. Vividian Juggernaut has that added to it. Quite interesting there, to say the least. But I'm not going to argue too much against that, purely because I still appreciate it. I think it's... I'm trying to figure out how to say this now without sounding stupid. I appreciate supporting cannons like that, but I would have rather it would have been 20% all energy types. So just support all energy weapons, and that would have been brilliant for me. At least it didn't focus down into a singular energy type like phaser damage. Now even that would have been better than cannon, because although that cannon increase is any energy type of cannon, it doesn't include beams, and that pisses me off. Why is it I'm more keen on a specified energy type than I am a specified weapon type? I have no idea. As for the Hydra, well, engage Hydra. Harmonic yield distribution via radial aperture. Half me wanted to scream. I called it, but I didn't call it when I was trying to do predictions for this ship. I was expecting a multi-vector mode where You'd take control of one element, and the other two elements would fly ahead of you, create an area of effect, and anything within that area would take severe damage. Well, this kind of does something like that. It brings all your pets to yourself and fires a cone of phaser damage. Stops your ship briefly, teleports all pets in front. The ship and all pets then perform the following attack. To self, after 3 seconds, applies Engage Hydra, dealing, in my case, with current boosting as well, over 11,149 phaser damage. The ship itself will fire 3 times, as do any separated ship sections, so multi-vector or saucer. The Aquila support craft does not. The Aero Shuttle support craft does not. Okay? Just to clarify on that one. For those that are wondering about support crafts, no, they just don't. The fun side of it as well is you gain access to the multi-vector assault mode for 60 seconds for Prometheus variant ships only, so the Hestia, the Prometheus and the Hydra. And I hate to point this out, but there is no real changes there. It's not like it's a superior multi-vector mode, it is a typical 2-minute recharge time. Then we have the armed loitering munitions. I think some people make a lazy boat with this one. It did warn such. Deploys an armed loitering munition for 30 seconds. If I remember the stream right, it's saying something like there was about 8 of these can be dropped. With a 5-second recharge time. That's interesting, because if you can have only 8 of them deployed, does anyone want to let him know that 2 of them would despawn before that? Anyway, doesn't matter really, because you're never going to have them lasting that long. The probes themselves will, as you can see, I boosted mine in this situation, deal around 1,000 phaser damage. Probing at enemy shields. Once the enemy shield is down, it will slam itself into the target, dealing just over 7,500 kinetic damage in my case of kinetic damage. Wait, I said that twice. Also, you can boost the kinetic damage too. So hey, if you are the types that boost multiple energy types, well, there you go. Energy types, multiple weapon types, there you go. It also benefits from the ambush after cloak, so that's kind of cool too. This is it fully upgraded, I should note. But then again, if you're going to get a weapon like this, why aren't you fully upgrading it? With that being said, how do I rank all these? Well, high enough. This turns out to be really epically strong, and it only gets stronger the more pets you summon. Seriously, the more pets you summon, the better this is. Straight up, just going to say it now, I'm giving this 8 out of 10. Because once again, this is a major support towards carriers, and the viability for this with hangar pets and that, it's something I just have to support. As for the weapon itself, I'm not seeing it as anything ultimately special, but it is kind of fun, and it would be very useful to individuals utilizing escort type vessels for kinetic builds. So honestly, let's also say give that one an 8 out of 10. Now let's have a quick look at customization before we go any further, because minor bits of disappointment here, but considering the... Okay, I'm just going to keep going in and talking. Space barb is a really important factor to me when selecting ships. The Hydra was originally my absolute favourite. But after I looked more into the customization and started spotting things, I got angry at Cryptic. Because they were lazy when designing this ship. But to be fair, it's not like they haven't done it before. Normally when they come up with a new ship, it's along similar lines anyway, but at least all the components are new. Hello Mirror Hestia. Here's the thing. I don't know if any of you have noticed. Pay attention to what's down here. The pylons and all that. And I guess I should show lower hull. The main thing you want to keep an eye on is hull. Yeah, I want to show that part. You want to keep an eye on hull, lower hull, bottom pylon, top pylon. Okay. Wow. Literally the only new elements on this ship is the saucer and then the sails. Okay, I can let them off a little bit on that one. Yeah, they've done it before. I do consider that lazy. Because of Space Barbie, I would have loved to have seen new pylons and new upper and lower hull on this, just so that you've got more kit bashing you can have fun with. But I guess it's not the end of the world, is it? And considering if you buy the bundle, you will gain access to the Mirror Prometheus as well, and get a hold of the Mirror Hestia. It's nice. But I'm going to be blunt with you guys. I like the look of the Hestia more. Yeah, just straight up. The Hestia is my favourite look. However, the Hydra is growing on me just purely for that very front section. To me, this is just screaming special artillery device. Oh, it also gives me a bit of an esque feel blend from other sci-fi areas. It's nice, so I'm going to let them off a little bit there. Let's take the ship into action, shall we? See what she can do and have a look at some of her visual elements. Oh, I forgot to do it. I forgot. I was going to change the weapons, wasn't I? Put the good old tricobalt device on this, just see how well that performed. Definitely can't do that now. Oh, shush you. Well, you guys are going to get to see how well this ship performs anyway. With my current build setup. God, that tricobalt device though, and if I'd used it properly... Now, it would probably been blowing me up. Because I sit at kind of short range. Hello there. Also, how do you like the Prometheus skin, huh? I went and put the Prometheus hole on it. Oh, are you calling in friends? Okay, yeah, let me say hello to your friends. Bye, friends. Oh, shoot, yeah, that wasn't hello. Goodbye, friends. You quite alright? Yeah. Are you draining me? Oh, that's so cute. It's not going to help you. Okay, let's go for some more bad news then. Oh, your monkeys aren't. Energize. Hello, people. Get blown to bits. Well, isn't that delightful? And even more delightful. No one want to come play? Oh, I'm so disappointed in you. Okay, now we're going to get to have some fun. If I do this right, this is going to look spectacular. 50 points on whether or not I can do this right or not. Place your bets now, shall I say. Oink! Get round. Flanking position. Go mad. Let's go, man, and have our fun. There's a radio, and we'll take advantage of the pets. Here we go. All my weapons stopped for a second there from the looks of it. Woo! This is just gonna be mental right now. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, yeah, might as well call in a little bit of extra fun here. Hello, have fun with that. Are you all going to survive? No. No, we're not having any survivors today. Also, let's boost my defenses just a little bit, just to make sure I don't get in too much trouble while I'm sat here. Go off with you. There we go. Bye. I could have called in some extra pets then and really utilised the console that I've just used. Should have pulled in these guys. Good old-fashioned Delta Alliance. Torpedoes away! Oh, this is so much fun. Yay, a bit of intelligence team usage. Woo! Everyone alright down there? Oh, bye. Yeah. No one wants to say hello to you either. Okay, bye. Oh, this is so cute just watching him disappear. I think the fun part is just mostly seeing them when they actually do survive for a brief second and then, no, gone again. Do you mind not trying to fly off there in the distance? How rude. That was a little bit too easy. I didn't struggle at all. Even survival was like... Nah. Give me all these items and then we're gonna I'm gonna show you what everything looks like in a bit more detail. We slow things down a bit from this run. Okay, so bit of fun and dandy first of all. Hello, multi-vector mode. Luckily things aren't breaking too much. It's flying a little bit. And well, once I've got these guys close enough, we'll call in some extra pets to really build the numbers up and utilize. Bring me to a halt. Whew! That looked interesting. But I will note that the other pets didn't come in, so I think your squadron call-ins don't count towards it. That's cool though, because you still get to fly around as this, and damn does that look good! I'm sorry, but this saucer looks really good to fly around. Better than the other saucers do, and it kind of annoys me, because that's making me like the Hydra even more than I like the Hestia. Awkward. I will now turn off all of these. And let's fly on over. Rejoin together so that we don't end up with a bit of issue. Hello, Galore class. We're now going to drop some munitions and this will be funny. I've just noted though that you can't just continuously drop it. It's not a continuous fire. Wherever these munitions are going. Oh, there it is. Let's get that shield down, shall we? So I want to see one of these slam into it. There we go. Now fire upon that. Get rid of that shield. And there we go. They should slam now. They're not doing their kinetic job. Oh, there you go. One did it. That one is. That one's going in. It's going in for an impact. Oh, wow. Yeah, so long as you get the shields down, they are... Fucking hell. I take it back, they are really powerful. Hang on, what's the current stats for it? Build up in strength. One of my stats must have been buffing it. I wasn't using much to buff at the time. The build up in strength from them is insane. Oh my word, I approve. Actually, I really like those pets. And you know what? Considering they act similar to mines, there's even more reason I have them with kinetic builds. They suit the theme. Damn it! Well, with that being said then, I guess I'll have to wrap up here. Guys, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed watching the Springhawk in action. There is more to these people than meet the eye. Definitely. And I'm quite enjoying it. This ship. Okay, as a tank, I'm going to give it 3 out of 10. Because it tanks better than the Eagle. As a support craft, well, I'm going to be blunt. It's, as much as it can support, it's limited. So I'm going to give it 6 out of 10. I'm inclined to give it 7. I'm just didn't find myself so comfortable turning this ship into a support as I would have liked to have been. But as a DPS vessel, and as a DPS vessel that excels well, as far as side DPS goes, I'll give that 6 out of 10. As far as energy DPS goes, this ship's getting a 10 out of 10 from me. 10 out of 10 for energy DPS. As far as kinetic DPS goes, well, could have done with certain other elements being added to the ship to make it there. Really would have preferred to not have had pilot and to have had command on this ship. If it had that, it'd scored higher. But I'm going to be nice and give it 8.5 out of 10 for kinetic DPS. Overall DPS score? Overall DPS score is 9 out of 10. Overall score for this ship? I'm probably playing favourites here, but I'm going to give it 9 out of 10. Because I fucking love this ship. Excuse my French, but I love this vessel. Started off as my favourite. She went down a little bit, but you know what? I guess she still is my favourite. I can see myself flying her about, enjoying myself. I love the fact that right now she's technically my best DPS build. That's saying something. She's a good ship, and I strongly advise it to any players that want to get in a DPS, looking for an access ship to first time DPSing. This is the ship you want to pick up, because she's going to be really good. Anyone who's a fan of carriers and pets, another time, also pick this ship up. Get it if you are a pet person. Everyone else, if she suits you and you enjoy the Space Barbie side of it too, then yeah, she's worth it. It's only tanks I wouldn't recommend her to. Because, if I'm straight honest, there's nothing about this ship, in my opinion, that benefits tanks. The only ones I don't recommend her to. With that being said then, Thank you for watching, guys. I look forward to hearing from you below in the comment section. If you are willing to leave a comment, let me know what you think of her. If you're excited about her, if you are going to be picking her up. Did you go for the bundle, or did you just go for her? I'm really looking forward to seeing what people's views on her was. And also, can I give a huge thank you right now to the people credited on screen who made this video possible. Would not be possible without their incredible generosity. And if you wish to support this channel as they have, the links are in the description. But one of the easiest ways for you to help me out is share this video and get it out there for people to see. Thank you, and until next time, stay safe, and may Warrior's fortune bless your every endeavour. Ciao for now.